I just want to say that this video is purely based around my opinion. No concrete research or evidence has been put into this video. This is just me rambling about how I feel about us being neglected by Valve. So if you feel the same way, you should stick around. Hi people, I just want to get some things off my chest. So basically, the new TF2 update, people have been saying that this update has fixed the bot problem, which it hasn't. The only thing the update did was change some things, added a new case, and just updated the vote kick dialogue. That's it, nothing more. So stop with the clickbait, okay? I see you all over there. I'm not gonna point names, but there are some people who are clickbaiting this shit, and I'm getting kind of annoyed of it, even though I don't watch their shit. Det här är inte så jävla bra. Ja, bro, de fixade på problemet, det ser man, det ser man. Det ser man. Fitta vad högt! Ja, de fixade, tack så mycket Valve, tack så mycket. I've seen some videos from Anomaly, you know, the Swedish guy who I've been compared to a lot. He has been talking about CSGO that also has a bot problem. And you would think that Valve would take CSGO really seriously, because CSGO makes them a lot of money and it has a really big competitive scene, and bots in the game would be taken seriously. But do you want to know what they did? They implemented a subscription for people to pay $1 or €1 per month, or nearly $1 per month, play on bot-free servers. Or cheater-free servers, whatever you want to call it. It's mind-blowing how fucking cheap and lazy Valve is. I thought they were lazy with Team Fortress 2, but now they're basically milking the bots or cheaters in CSGO for money. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same to Team Fortress 2. Because, right, you know, Valve doesn't make a lot of money. You know, they don't, it's like minimum wage over there probably. Apparently it's too hard for them, or too much to ask for, is a bot and cheater free game, you know, in both CSGO and Team Fortress 2. That's all we want, a bot free and cheater free game. But that's too much. Because apparently, you know, there are some solutions they can do. Either implement a third-party client such as Easy Anti-Cheat or BattleEye to do their job for them. It wouldn't be cheater-free, but it would be somewhat to some extent, instead of just bots being really fucking common in casual mode. Or the other solution is for Valve to update their VAC system. But that won't never happen either, because, you know, I don't have a single fucking clue what's going on with Valve. They don't talk to us at all. And I highly doubt, after all these years, with TF2 not having an update, or a major one at least, they won't be releasing an anti-cheat update either. It's like the heavy update. It's just a dream. It just won't never happen. It will never happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same thing to Team Fortress 2 by implementing a subscription for people to pay like 1 MBM ticket a month for playing on bot-free servers. Just using this as a money business module thing, fucking... And it pisses me off. Really, it really fucking pisses me off. They just make a fucking ton of money. And they can do so many things with it, and so much things. But they just won't. They won't improve their game. Or they won't improve their games. Because implementing a third-party client such as BattleEye or Easy Anti-Cheat is too much to ask for. It's too much to ask for a cheater-free and bot-free game. They just don't give a shit about those players. That's what I get right now. That's the feeling I get. They don't feel any fucking sympathy. They don't talk to us. They just don't. And this is, and even though I like playing Team Fortress, I love Team Fortress 2. Even though I can hate it so fucking much sometimes, I love it. I have around like 4,000 hours into the game. I love the game. It's been like my I played it since I was fucking 12 or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not good at it either, but it's a lot of fun. And they won't fix anything. They just won't. Unturned, y'all know Unturned. If you don't, it's a DayZ meets Minecraft kind of game. It's a zombie survival game that's basically free to play, and it looks like it's made for kids because, you know, it's blocky and whatever. It doesn't have a lot of players. It doesn't have a really big community not as big as TF2's community, but there's one guy working on the fucking game, and he has a third-party client with BattleEye that keeps the game cheater and hacker-free, or bot-free, whatever you wanna call it. Not hacker, because they're just using scripts, basically. He's paying for it. There's just one guy working for the game, because you know why he does it? Because he loves the players, he loves the community, he loves working on the game. Valve doesn't, because, I mean, why don't they do it, you may ask? Because it costs money. It costs money to have that service, Easy Anti-Cheat or BattleEye, you know the drill. It costs them money, and when it comes to money loss, they don't do anything. And I have no fucking clue what's going on with Valve, but basically, but to summarize it for you, or what I think, they're working on Dota, they're working on CSGO, somewhat on CSGO. I mean, they put up a fucking subscription for people to play on bot-free servers. That's fucking crazy in my mind. But with TF2, it hasn't received an update, or yet it hasn't received an anti-bot cheat fucking update, you know? And it's driving me fucking nuts, because it just shows how fucking lazy and cheap they are. They will add cases, they will take your money, but they won't fix the fucking game. And that's what pisses me off, because they can't even do that right. Most elite and assassin grade items from the cases are cheaper than their commando grades. For example, the Blue Moon case, the Veteran's Attire, Scourge of the Sky, and the JoJo hat for Heavy, they are worth more than the assassin grades. And same with the Warpaints, Jesus fucking Christ. Gordy Green, oh my fuck. They have a community, they have people ready with updates for them, basically doing their job, but they don't give a shit. But I care about the game. I like Team Fortress 2, even though Valve doesn't for some reason. It's a game from 2007, the code is in a mess, but it can't be that hard to implement a third-party client for the game, for people to play without bots and cheaters to enjoy their game in peace. Also, as a side note, when I'm editing this video, I'm aware that Faceit is a thing, but I'm not gonna play Faceit because they don't know what TF2 is. It's a mix between competitive and casual. They have a KD for some reason, they offer rewards for winning, and they punish you for losing. That's not what TF2 is. TF2 is a first-person shooter, I get that, but I don't want to try hard every single time when I join the game. And still, I've seen some bots ruining Faceit as well. But I don't want to play Faceit. Even though it's filled with bots or not, I don't want to play it. I don't want to rely on a third party, client to play the base game. What do you expect from the new players to do when they join Team Fortress 2? They probably think like, hey, I'm gonna join casual. And when they do, they just get filled with bots and they stop playing the game and never touch it again. We need to have casual as the base game. Anomaly makes this point clear in his video, where Faceit is a fun thing to have, but it shouldn't be how the sole game should be played.
The experience is so bad with regular matchmaking that most people just leave and play either Faceit, ESEA, or local alternatives like Esportal. And all the time we face cheaters, we just think to ourselves, should we just go play Faceit? Like, do we just say goodbye to matchmaking? Well, in a game that has 27 million unique players this last month, they really shouldn't have to rely on a third-party website to provide the matchmaking experience that CSGO deserves. And for CSGO...
There's this another thing with Valve, with the bots, Valve did remove the bots at some point, or fix them, or whatever, when they came out with this anti-cheat update last summer, I believe, where they muted the bots. But they didn't mute them because they wanted to help us. They muted them because the bots were spamming racial slurs and promoting child pornography in the chat. And that led to some articles being made about TF2 and put Valve on the spot. And they didn't want that because they would lose reputation. And so why I hate them more, some players are blind about this and you think that Valve cares about us, but they're actually not. And the thing is, they rolled out with updates when people were calling them out in the media, not when players were calling them out and contacting them. And it's funny because they didn't fix the cheating problem, they just muted them so they couldn't spam stuff in the chat. they muted them, muted free-to-plays, and like it should be, it's obvious that it should be available for literally anyone, even if you're free-to-play or not. The chat should be available to you at any time. If you wanna make callouts as a free-to-play in either voice chat or chat, you know, text chat, you can't. Because Valve muted you. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck to do with the bot problem other than just muting them. So they can't be put on the fucking media. That's such a scumbaggy thing to do. They just care about themselves. Because they would know if they kept the bots, they would probably lose a lot of reputation because their game would be filled with racists and, you know, predators, because they're just bots and AI running around promoting these things, spamming them in the chat and just in the microphone and all that sort of crap. Thank you for watching me ramble about the game, or listen basically, because this is basically a podcast at this point. So yeah, thank you for listening. Hope you agree with me or somewhat discuss it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.